I started my day as soon as I woke up. I was focused. I knew what I wanted to get done, and I was going to just direct everyone and tell them what needed to be done. And then something hit me rather unique. I'm focused. I'm thinking I'm doing what a good leader is doing by shoveling out tasks, directing, not really including, but rather directing, I guess is the best word. And all of a sudden, after about 10 emails sent out one morning, I get a response back, and the subject line said BTW, standing for, by the way, good morning. That's all the subject line said. BTW, comma, good morning. And I realized, it hit me hard. It was my assistant years ago that was trying to tell me, don't start dishing out tasks. Start with a person first. Say hello. How long does it take you to type out good morning? And that really just gave me a different perspective on how I needed to lead. It wasn't just about getting the task done, but it's about involving the team on how we were going to get the task done. So those 3 words, or we can even say 2 words, good morning, and the 3 words, BTW being one word, good being the second word, and morning the third word, really changed my approach with leadership from task first to people first. Now, at the time, I was working with Ritz-Carlton, but I was a newer leader. And I thought in my mind, that's what leaders needed to do. But very quickly, I was reminded the culture of Ritz-Carlton is to include others in the work that affects them. I'm involved in the work that affects me. Shouldn't just be about tasks. It should be identifying this is what we need to do together. What do you think? Do you see the vision? This is the vision that the company has identified. This is the vision that the hotel has identified. This is the vision that I think we need to go toward. But what do you think? This shift matters when you're leading people, when you're working with people, or when you're being led by other people. Because this aspect of good morning isn't fluff, it is acknowledgement. It's highlighting what the other person does and letting them know that it matters. It's fostering trust. It's signaling that you are present, that you are where your feet are, and it is laying the groundwork for effective communication. Think about how often someone might say hello to you and ask you, hey, how are you? And then they don't even pause to listen. This shift aligns with focusing on individuals first. If you're able to create that type of culture, just listening first, paying attention to each other, letting each other know that you matter, it's going to change everything, including in enhancing your results. So there's a lot of research that shows why this is so important. And I want to read just a few of these. Small talk and emotional lift can fuel positive emotions. And it creates this sense of belonging, which is encouraging then for people to want to go the extra mile. They feel that they are part of the team. When a manager greets people, it shows their engagement. It shows that they are open to levels and lines of communication and that they can build trust. This power of acknowledgement is beyond efficiencies, and it means that small words can create connection. People just want to be seen. I was at a doctor's appointment not that long ago, and the person that was checking me in did not look away from her computer screen once. Not once. I was nervous about the appointment. I don't like going to doctors. There was no sense of being seen, of acknowledgement, of empathy, nothing. It was simply a transaction. I was a customer. I was a patient. I was really not even a person that was in front of her. And all I wanted was to be seen. The element of just communicating, of saying good morning, of asking, of looking people in the eyes. There's big upside and limited downside. What is it going to take? A few moments to stop and pause. The benefits are heavily going to outweigh any disruption. This leads to a conversation also about micro chats. That micro chats matter even more now than ever before. We can be intentional with our brief greetings because our brief greetings matter, especially in remote or hybrid work. I was on a call just the other day with customers, an entire team of customers, and the leader, I think intentionally said, I'm going to be back in a few moments. We have about 3 minutes before we get to start. Feel free to chat. That was her way of saying, it's okay that we can have this small talk. You don't get to see each other often, but we can have these micro chats. How are you doing? What's going on? What's happening in your city? How's the job going? I know you're new. Congratulations again. This all aligns into something called the 3P framework. And the 3Ps stand for person, purpose, and lastly, praise. So if I had really approached my assistant differently, instead of saying, Jamie, do this and do that, what if I would have started by saying, good morning, Jamie. I hope your evening was great. Good morning, Jamie. Are you ready to rock and roll today? I heard it was a great weekend in Chicago. However, I should have noticed the person first, the individual, because that's where the connection begins. Step 1, P, person. Then secondly, the purpose. Yes, this is the task. This is the context of the task that will help to drive execution. This is what I believe we need to get done today. What do you think? What do you think? We need to get these 4 contracts out today. 3 of them are going to be for multi-year agreements. What do you think the best way we can duplicate the agreement so it's easier? What are your thoughts? Wow. Person, purpose, and then lastly, praise. We don't need to be too busy to say thank you. We should always close with appreciation. And if you're typing, do more than THX. And I'm going to even suggest do more than THANKS. Why not type out thank you? You're going to close with appreciation. That's going to lead to motivation. That's going to enable the recognition to stick. It's rather simple. Person, purpose, and praise. I often share this story. When I was a recruiter for Ritz-Carlton, I had gone to university and I talked to a lot of different individuals. And I always wanted to see who would follow up, who would do what most people weren't doing, who would follow up. After university, we started to recruit for more senior level positions. And I'll never forget, I talked to 50 well-qualified candidates for this one particular position. Southern California, amazing resort, doing well, great people, amazing culture. Business was booming, 50 qualified individuals. And then I waited a few days to see who wanted the job and who would follow up and who would truly do what most people don't do. Out of the 50, only 10 people communicated back via email. Only 10. And that put them into the category of doing. 40 people did nothing. Most people don't, but 10 people did something. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is that all they needed to do was 9 keystrokes, which would type out thank you, THANK space YOU, thank you in a subject line. 9 keystrokes. It would take 1.7 seconds to type that out, yet that would put them into the category of doing what most people don't. If we're leading a team, why wouldn't we do the same? Acknowledge the person, use their name. Explain the purpose. And do you have any ideas on what else we could do to make it more efficient and better? And then lastly, type out thank you. Say thank you, show your gratitude and appreciation. So, how can we use this then moving forward? How can you use it moving forward? In a team morning, good morning, team. Today, we're going to tackle X, Y, and Z. I'm really looking forward to you sharing your ideas on how we can tackle it effectively and efficiently. And at the end, thank you for your efforts on this. When we have one-on-one check-ins with our team members, good morning, John. I'm excited to talk about your wins today. I want to hear about your insight. I want you to tell me, where did you find the blueberries? And this is a story I saw off his social media, that this one gentleman's best leader that he ever had would start the one-on-one conversations by simply asking, where did you find the blueberries? Meaning, hunters and gatherers, when they would go out and about and someone would come back to the group after being out for days looking for food, the first thing that someone would not ask them would be, what did you do wrong to not find the blueberries? The first answer, the first question that they would ask is, what did you do? Where did you find the blueberries so we can get more blueberries? Where did you find the broccoli? Where did you find the pineapples? Where did you find the coconuts? Where did you find the blueberries so we can get more food? That's about celebration. That's about connection. We all can use that during one-on-one check-ins. And then also this whole formula, the element of person, purpose, and praise. It's simple, it's brief, it's sincere, and it's highly actionable. I'd like you to think about this. What does your default leadership style say about your ability to build connections? Are you barking orders, or are you asking for participation? Try this 3P framework for just one day and notice how it changes the engagement, the enthusiasm, and the response of your team. And then share the outcomes with everyone. This is what we did to find the blueberries. We implemented Bart's 3P system, the 3P framework, and we're having even better success. BTW, good morning. It's not about the task, it's about the person first. This enables us to lead with humanity, and the rest is going to follow. So to you, I say, by the way, thank you. I also say, thank you, THANK space YOU, for doing what most people don't, for wanting to learn, to feel better, to do better, to be better. We continue to be the top 2 to 5% podcast globally. I need to have a special shout out to our very new friends at Wishes. Please go to wishes.inc. We will also include some information in the show notes. But essentially what Wishes is doing, they have created a proprietary system that allows transparency with regard to donating money to other organizations that need it. I've heard people say before, if I donate money, I don't know if people are going to use it for the right things. I don't know if it's going to go to support this organization, but I would like to see it affect the people that need it the most. And that's exactly what Wishes has done. Thank you to Wishes for being a proud sponsor of the Most People Don't But You Do podcast. And it is because of their organization and others that we are able to still continue to provide this no-cost information and educational sessions to you. For more information, check us out, mostpeopledon't.com. Please check out wishes.inc and truly keep doing what most people don't do.